Alright, what's up YouTube? Here I am again, doing what you've seen me do several times, charging another battery. Alright, so, show you what this one's for. Got a new ride. 2003 Lincoln LS, and this vehicle actually has the original battery in it, surprisingly. So it's in need of replacement. That's back here in the trunk, if you can see it. So yeah, got the new battery, so figured I'd make a video about it. Got the Mustang finished up too. Should probably do a video about these headlights. See if I can get around to that. Anywho, for now, back to the battery. This is actually a pretty awesome battery. It's a AGM absorbed glass mat. And I figured, it's Lincoln. It's got a lot of electronicness going on and power everything. So I figured might as well go top tier and get the AGM. So that's what I did. So here we are. I'm going to show you another great example of why you need to charge a brand new battery. So got my Schumacher charger here ready to go. Got my leftover Mustang spark plugs that I need to throw out. And yeah, so I'm gonna use my Schumacher battery tester, show you what's going on here. Usually standard lead acid battery should be around 12.6 for a full charge, and AGMs I believe go a little bit higher, probably like somewhere around 12.8. So we'll see where this one's at. And as you can see, we're at 1230, which is pretty low. So I guess while I'm at it, I might as well load test it. Do a little before and after for that. So this one's 775 CCA. Set this up. There we go. 775, 914, and what do you know? It says it's okay, but it needs to be charged. It's showing 914 CCA. So the plan is to charge it and probably load test it again. See what happens there. This charger I'm using is only 1.5 amps, so it's probably going to take, I'm guessing, over a day, which is fine. The other battery is still technically working, so I can still drive the car, and that's no big deal. So I want to get a good charge on this. So I'm going to use a 1.5 amp charger and let it do its thing. So alright, so it's like a little after 8 o'clock in the evening. So we'll see tomorrow morning. I'm sure this thing will probably still be taking a charge, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so got the battery all charged up. This thing actually took over 24 hours to take a charge, which doesn't surprise me. The 1.5 amp is pretty low. And this thing is I think it's 150 minutes reserve capacity, so it's a pretty big battery. So yeah, like I was saying before, just put it on there and kind of forgot about it. Started charging it at about 8 o'clock on Tuesday night, and I got home from work probably around 6 o'clock Wednesday night, and it was still taking a charge. And then I didn't really check it again until the next morning, and it had gone green by that time it was charged up. So it took somewhere over 24 hours to get it charged up. So this thing's ready to go. Gonna do a little load test on the old battery. Alright, so showing 1260, which should be a pretty healthy battery. It's 650 cold cranking amps. So got it set to 650. This thing's not even putting out 400. It's at 398. So, you know, a lot of times an open circuit test is not a very good indication as to whether a battery can provide enough cranking amps. And quite honestly, this car has been starting fine too, so it's like, yeah, it takes a little time to start, but most people wouldn't even notice that. So like sometimes these things can be kind of deceiving, you know, you think everything's cool and it's really not. That's why you really have to load test a battery on a yearly basis at the bare minimum. Alright, so coming back to the new battery, gonna load test this one now that's been charged up. It's at 1330. This battery is 775 cold cranking amps. So we're at 775. It's testing okay. Doesn't say that it needs to be charged. And it's actually over 1,000. So pretty healthy. Alright, so like I've said before, you really want to make sure that you get a full charge on your brand new battery, because chances are that battery is not charged. This is probably one of the most discharged new batteries I've ever bought. I mean, this thing was down to 1230, but you figure, you know, this is like their top of the line AGM battery, and I'm sure they don't sell too many of them, so this battery probably spent a lot of time just sitting on the shelf. You know, you figure the lower end batteries, most people are going to buy a cheaper battery anyway, so this thing probably spent a lot of time just sitting there on the shelf. So probably like the better, the higher tier battery you buy, the more important it is to put a charge on it, because chances are it's been sitting there. Alright, got the new battery in there. Got everything all tidied up, ready to go. So let's fire it up. Always keep in mind when you swap out the battery, you know, you're knocking the computer down and all that, so when you go to start it, just turn the key on, give it a few seconds, and start it up. It's probably going to run rough because you've knocked everything down, so keep that in mind.